Y'all want the tea? Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you, all of it. All right, I'm gonna tell you everything that you wanna know. Originally, I did not wanna make this video. I don't wanna give that place any more publicity, but as I scroll on my For You page, it's like every third video is about me. And everybody wants to have some new tea and clout chase and get all these views. And I'm just so sick of it. So you know what I'm doing? I'm a clout chase myself, and I'm gonna give you the tea because everyone's going to come on here and slander my name and be like, well, you're not fired for no reason. So I'm gonna tell you, and you can make your own decisions about why you think I was fired. One of the videos that I came across on my For You page was a video by a server named Maddie Marotta. I met her when I worked back at $2. I'm gonna tag her below, but girl, you inspired me to make this video. I'm not gonna say any names in this video, but this is how it is. There are 3 owners of the business. A was the former active owner. The now active owners is a married couple. We'll call B the husband and C the wife. And then D is an investor. Really, C hired me. She saw that I was leaving $2 because I was moving to Raleigh. I did not get fired from $2. I gave them a month's notice that I was leaving, and they let me work out the entire month's notice. One of our beer reps at $2, when I was leaving, knew C. And she gave me C's number, and C said that I should come work with them because I'd fit in perfectly. So that's how I got the job. Then I met A. A had to approve C's decision before it was final. So C hired me, but then A just approved it. Right after I kicked my ex-husband out last year, me and A started bonding over the fact that we were going through the same type of situation, and we realized that we had a lot in common, and it was never like that until it kind of was. So yes, A and I are together. We've been together for a year and 2 months now, and C found out about it last April. So they have known about A and I's relationship for almost a year. It doesn't make sense why they wouldn't have fired me then when they found out. C told me that she didn't think that A would let our relationship affect work, and it hasn't. Nobody has any proof. Nobody's ever seen us kiss. Nobody's ever seen us hold hands. Nobody's ever seen us do anything. You wouldn't be able to prove it if you tried. And everybody wants to say that I get special privilege. Absolutely not. If anything, I'm held to a higher standard because of that. Imagine if I tried to call out sick when I wasn't actually sick. A would know if that was true or not. Everyone wants to say that A would give me the best shifts. I have had Friday and Saturday night there since I started in October. My shifts did not change once I started dating him. Back in December, I did a video about an employee and her boyfriend. In the video, I didn't say any names. Nobody would even know that it was about her and her boyfriend unless they told people. So, how do I say this without outing what video it was? I didn't paint her in a bad light. It was mostly him. But since she's with him and that's her man, she had to defend that, and I respect that. So she sends this really long text message to me, A, and C saying that she would never work beside me again. She called me a bully. I was like, I'm really sorry. I didn't realize that you felt that way. I have always genuinely liked you. She said that I was painting them in a bad light. And C was like, I'm not gonna tell anybody what to post on their social media, but maybe, Michelle, maybe you could take the video down. And I'm like, no. Like, maybe that was mean of me to not take it down, but nobody knew it was her. Also, I stand by all that I said. I was like, in the text message back to her, I was like, girl, from what I saw in that situation, I witnessed it. You deserve to be treated like the queen that you are. And I felt like she was disrespected right in front of me by her man. But maybe it was just because he had had some alcohol. I don't know. So she pretty much quit because she said she'd never work beside me again. But she was also taking off a bunch of time to study for some test and wouldn't be able to work again till sometime in February. Plus, she really couldn't work that often anyway. C started acting very standoffish to me, started treating me differently. And I'm like, oh my God. And for the past a little over a year, B has been pushing to make that bar be more geared towards college students because that's what he thinks, where he thinks the money is. He wanted a younger staff. As you guys can see what the staff pictures look like, right? So on this past Tuesday, the day after St. Patrick's Day, all the owners had a meeting. C was not at the meeting. Right after the meeting, I get a text message from A, and it says, I have some interesting news for the bar. And I was like, oh, can't wait to hear about it. He was like, I'll call you in a little bit. So I'm the first person that he calls, and he fires me. Like, I was just like, wait, so am I fired? What? What's going on here? He said, yes, and I have to fire everybody. He did. He did fire everybody. He told me that he called each individual person that works there and fired them all. That girl that was an employee that hadn't worked since December, she was not technically employed, so she never got fired. That bar started receiving a lot of hate on the internet and turned the comments off on their Instagram and their Facebook, and I don't know if they got with Google to like get reviews taken down. I'm not really sure, but they probably saw something about an age discrimination lawsuit. You have to be over 40 in order to file an age discrimination lawsuit. And so guess who got hired back? The two that were over 40. And that girl that was done taking her test or whatever, she is now working back there too. This is just my personal opinion because I don't know, but I think part of the reason they hired those two older bartenders back was to ease some of the blowback from all the negative social media hate, but that did make me look really stupid. Also helps that they are experienced bartenders that have worked behind that bar, so they are able to train the new employees. I can say for a fact that I have never stolen from there. I would never steal from there. I rang everybody in for everything that they were supposed to have on their tab. I never called out. The only time that I ever didn't show up for like 2 weekend shifts was I was deathly ill. Like I was on my deathbed and I had to go to urgent care and get some breathing treatment. I could not breathe. A was worried about me and he knew that it was true. I realized that some people may not have liked me or liked working with me, and that's okay. But I appreciate the fact that they made it work because they had to. You know how when you don't like working with somebody, but you have to share tips with them, how you just sort of like, you like them in moments, but you're just like, I never would hang out with that person outside of work. Do you know what I mean? But I can say, if you were one of the people that was spreading misinformation and lies and defamating my character, I am coming after you. Because my future employer is gonna, if they believe what you're saying, that I'm a thief, and they don't hire me because of that, I don't know this to be true, but I do think they've been planning this for a while, and I feel really used. But I do think it's for the better because I know that God has something amazing in store for me, and I can't wait to see what it is.